timers. How do you clear this? There we go. And start. Here I am. Okay. So everything should be set up properly. Muted, all that. I am low on inventory again. Typical. So I'm just trying to get this stuff updated while I go, before I go housing with you folks. And it's laggy. Laggy. All right. Worm cult. Meridian. I'm going to stop being so picky. Just going to put everything up. Arthritis is kind of bad today. Not every day, but today. Okay. There's so much going on. There's a lot going on in the world, too, which is horrible. Trying to avoid thinking about it. I am not going to apologize to Griff about calling him a Kamiru, or he says making it up, because he deserves it, and he is one. So there. I'm Randia. Are you on EU? Let me grab you a thinger and see if you are. I haven't done any of my Brits yet. You can all hate me. I'm on super early. Got up early this morning, not sure why, in a lot of pain. So I figured you can all watch me do things. Daedra. Thank you for the follow. Send. Yay, it worked. So rarely works. All right, so let's do some work here, and I apologize in advance for all of the crap that I'm doing, but if you're on, it's probably you don't really care if I'm babbling or doing anything important. So this morning, because we were down, I spent some time on, no, I'm not going to apologize. Bite me, Griff. I spent some time on the player test server. And I'll talk more about that when more people get on, because it's kind of important what I have discovered. But I will say that there's some stuff that just does not make sense on the PTS right now, and playing through really showed me that. Should I put this on? Would this look better? Or just my plain hair? Because, like, I kind of like the whole spotted animal thing with a bow. I think it's kind of cute, but what do you think? Should I wear it? Basically, I think it looks stupid. The server, there's something that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I did start looking at people's houses over there. That was interesting. Interestingly enough, it loads up my EU character on there, which is odd. But I don't know why. Maybe they just moved over EU this time? I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Regardless, thank you. I thought you didn't care about that, Mr. Greg Luganus. What was I going to say? It was just... Okay, thank you, Ixie. You make a lot of sense when you know this stuff, and I don't. But it's fine. I have a character on both, so, I mean, it's not like I'm upset or anything. I'm just surprised about it. But I guess in the end, it doesn't really make a difference. Because, you know, you can load up anything, practically anything you want. But this morning I was over there. I don't know if you were. There were a lot of people on from, comparatively, a lot of people on at the time, which is surprising because EU, the hours I play are just usually very different from the hours that EU people usually play. And so I was on and doing the prologue. I did the prologue for the new expansion. And it was the weirdest thing. I don't know if you guys played Skyrim or not, but when more than one person is here, I'll tell you what I discovered and how messed up it is. But by request of my friend, who does not get in chat, he would like me to say that the Candiru is not a real fish, and he's wrong. It is a real fish, in fact, and he is one. And he also wants me to say something, apologize for something or other. Aw, thank you. Oh, what was it? That kind of compliment is very sweet. Oh, Brussels sprouts. Wardrobe. I haven't even gotten to... Oh, I see what you're saying. Finding it, this thing behind the wardrobe. It was the lamest thing ever. Okay? It's like... So, we have to go down thousands of feet into the basement. I mean, thousands of feet in Skyrim. You have to go through two sets of ruins. One is dwarven, one isn't, I think. You have to go down so far to get to it. In the prologue, you pop open a hatch, essentially, and some rando Nord's basement. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is the... What about it's... Words! Words fail me about how stupid that is. Completely fail me. I am glad that you're my favorite distraction. I mean, I'm glad that people are upset other than me. I couldn't find a post on about it on the PTS, but I didn't search hard. So I'm glad to hear that I am not the only one who thought that this was absolutely inane. But I guess I shouldn't be upset about stupid things when the world is falling apart. But I am. I am upset about stupid things. Brussels sprouts are usually okay. I can usually get by with Brussels sprouts, but last night I was making it. I made some Brussels sprouts earlier in the week because I cook all at once for the whole week, and I made maple roasted Brussels sprouts, and they smelled good when they came out of the oven. But then they sat because, you know, that's what you do when it sits, when you make a week in advance, you know? Your food just kind of sits in the refrigerator. So I suppose that maybe that's why it didn't taste as good when I had it. But last night I was just like, really? Like, it would be so easy to be horrible right now and eat terrible food for me because this is just so just not good. Usually I do better than that, but oh well. It's kind of a bummer because, like, you know, I'm trying to eat healthy, and I can't really do it when the food is just disgusting. I don't know. I don't know. There we go. I worked a lot on my house yesterday for DDA, the Magica one. J Hart announced the upcoming contests. I love avocados. So I have this, I know this sounds random, but it really isn't. I have this onesie because I am almost 43, and of course I do. Well, who wouldn't at 43 years old have a onesie? I mean, isn't it obvious? And it's fuzzy and it's warm and it feels good and it's just this great PJs. Awesome PJs. And yesterday I put them on because it was a cold night. And I'm going to show you what was wrong with them. And it cracked me up so hard. They have avocados on them. Because I'm silly. And I like avocados. I'm a silly avocado liker. Alright, let me see if I can find that. If I can make sure it works. Nope. Let me add a thinger. Window capture. Owie. Add source. Window capture. We wants this picture. Alright. So this is me in my avocado outfit. I have it up. So what I noticed yesterday when I put on my avocado onesie, because I'm so mature, do you notice something weird about that avocado onesie? Why does it have ears? Why does my avocado have ears? What exactly is growing ears on my avocado? I don't quite get this. So that cracked me up. I was laughing so hard, obviously. I made it my profile picture on Facebook, and it's going to be for a while. And I like posted it on a whole bunch of different Discords because I'm just like, this is hilarious. I'm almost 43 though, and I'm so mature. So incredibly mature. I really grew up. Yes, avocados should listen. So this is what we did yesterday, right? So yesterday, I'm not complaining to people because that's what I do. I was complaining to people and saying, okay, why can I not find a hat that is a piece of toast? Right? So I could be avocado toast and I could wear the hat with the onesie piece. And that's what I wanted to do. But what happened, I spent so much time looking, because this is important business. I spent so much time looking for a piece of toast hat because I was thinking, I will wear this on stream. Why the hell not, right? I'm a weirdo. I have a sense of humor. I'll do it. So I thought about it. I can't find my other picture. There's another picture of me in the onesie. I was going to send it to you, Griff, but I didn't. It's just the body part because it was silly. I was going to show people that, and I was going to wear a piece of toast on my head. Do you know there are no toast hats? The only toast hats you can get are pictures or caps with toast embroidered or written on them, which is lame, or cat toast hats. So you can be toast if you're a cat. You can't be toast if you're a person. And I was like, seriously? They're even in China. I was looking at Chinese stuff like Alibaba and some of the Chinese direct sites. There's just nothing. There are no toast hats. That is lame. So I have discovered a market. So perhaps now I have to make toast hats. Make my millions. Perhaps. I did find a potato hat. It's very expensive though. Handmade, that kind of thing. I was like, that's not... Hello, Lavathi. Sorry, I meant to answer you. I should have said it. I was thinking it. Didn't say it. So yeah, that was just really funny to me. There's a purple potato hat out. I don't think it's really good for me though, because I'm not a purple potato. But it's cute. It's just not me. There's plenty of potatoes out there. But I don't want a potato hat. I mean, I want a piece of toast hat or bread. Either way, it doesn't work. I know, I'm so mature. Ah! Zabi, take my stuff. Take it. Take it. Take it. So, I won't talk about politics, but just rest assured that I think they suck. That's all you need to know. I don't really need to add anything beyond that, do I? They suck. Ow, pain. So my left hand is swollen. My right foot is swollen. So, so that's the thing with RA. It's like, can you please make up your mind about what's going to hurt me today? Because it's systemic, so it's like everything hurts some days. And then other days, it's not everything. Other days, it's like, there's my glove. Compression glove. Other days, it's just like one part of me will hurt. Every day, my heart hurts. Because I am not loved. I'm lonely and sad and miserable. So I'm getting a bunch of people agreeing with me about this this annoyance about the PTS and the basement. I wish I had found somebody else's post. I would have tagged on it. Maybe I'll necro it. I'm all over the place this morning. I apologize. Us being down this morning has put me so far behind, like I haven't done anything. And I'm sitting here like trying to load, and my router was being stupid this morning. Had to reboot it. Scared that, you know, everything just looks bad. Scared I'm not going to come back up right now, because it's taking so damn long. Nervous Nancy. And I want to talk about politics because there's so much political that I want to talk about, but I know I shouldn't. Because it's, first of all, most of you are in the EU, so you wouldn't care anyway. And secondly, because it's divisive. And I don't, and you know, like most guilds have an anti-politics, actually I think all guilds have an anti-politics rule. Like don't talk about it because it will lead to fighting and bad things. So I try to stick to the rules, even if I make them. But did you see J Hart drop the new info about what next month is going to be? And some of those I actually did not know. So let's pull that open and look. All right. So many interesting stories I've thought about to tell you guys because I found that I know a lot of really morbid and obscure stories that I can tell people about because that's just fun for me. I read about that stuff all the time. Where is it? February housing contests. Have a heart. Obviously. February 15th, 1 p.m. due. I did submit my heart build to J Hart already. I said to him, look, I'm not cheating here. I actually did have to start building this last year. I started thinking about my build last year and then even collected stuff for it. But I just finished it in game before you even announced that you were going to do a heart contest. So I am submitting it, but I just got lucky. That's all it is. So mine is probably the first heart entered. But feel free to enter your hearts. All you have to do is message J Hart Ellis, either EU or NA, and Lavathi, you should do it on, you could do it on EU, but remind him to give you the prize on NA should you win. And if, I don't think he sent out the prizes for the potatoes yet. I mean, personally, I don't really care if he does or doesn't, but I did, you know, give out the prize to Lil Fox ahead of time. I think it's Little Fox. Ahead of time. So I'm out 200K for entering a contest that I won. But I don't really care. because 200k is like nothing in reality. I don't know. So maybe he just forgot me. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm forgettable. By most people. Sad. Wait, what's going on here? I should have been sending stuff to me. Crap. I'm not doing this carefully because I'm trying to rush, because this is obviously probably boring. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? If I'm rushing and trying to catch up on this stuff, everyone else is too. So you guys are probably doing your writs as I speak. So I shouldn't feel bad about it at all. Ah! Shouldn't pull that out. Ha ha. Here. No. You go back in. You go back in. I'm no fun. I've been doing a lot of surveys lately when I'm not on stream. I've lost money since. No. It just was, it's when you get to a certain point, who cares, right? I think that point was probably 150 million. That point was when I basically said I don't really care anymore. I don't know why I cared about it in the first place, because it's silly. I remember when I thought it was so much money, and now I'm aware that it really isn't in the grand scheme of things. But then again, here I am doing my writs, money-making writs, right? All right. On to the next character. Ooh, she's ugly right now. So nobody's been playing lately. Like, it used to be that Hammy used to play this time of day, but he hasn't really. I wouldn't say no. That would be fun. But I don't think it'll ever happen. It would take me years. I mean, consider how much time it took me to get to 150 million. It would take me that long. It took me 2 years to get to 150 million. Picture now. Actually, it may have been 3. No, 2. Probably 2. I can't do math. The problem is I don't remember when I started. I wish it had some sort of record of when we started so that I could check. Anyway, so make a heart. No other restrictions. 2020 challenge. Use exactly 20 of a furnishing and 20 of another furnishing to create anything. Create something. Anything creative. You may add subtle lighting and having things in the background. And this is February 20th, due. Top 6 creative entries. I just don't know. I just don't know what I would do regarding that. I'm really I've got to give that a lot of thought, because the item has to be good. Whatever items you're working with have to be good. I suppose you could do 20 waterfalls and just be a complete and utter snob of money. He should have put a restriction on the cost, because otherwise just whoever does it is going to just go for the most expensive thing. And I mean, hell, I'll probably use 20 waterfalls in the long run, you know? So just the 2020 wouldn't even matter to me, because every house I have has waterfalls in it. Some of them more than others. Waterfalls and what? I have a great idea. Oh my god, I have a brilliant, brilliant idea. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be so fucking awesome. It's gonna be dropping the bomb F. Right there. Right there for you, Griff. Dropping the F. I have a great idea. So, waterfalls, yes, I am going to do it. I'm going to get 20 waterfalls. And then I'm going to make 20 orc tents. And I'm going to make a water slide. And I'm going to do it in my enchanted. And it's going to freaking rule. And everyone's going to want to go on it. And it's going to be great. And it's going to be hilarious. And you're going to laugh the whole way down. And I hope no one ruins it. So I'm telling you guys this. Please don't steal the idea. Not that I think you would. Please don't tell anyone the idea because I'm totally going to do it. A water slide. It's going to be so much fun. It'll be a blast. So my, how many people do I have watching? I've been, 20 Azabi versus 20 Fizzes. Yeah, I was gonna say, that would suck. But Lavathi, you did the potato war. You could do another war. You could come up with something else and have it be a war, because that was hilarious. I about died. Potatoes versus cows? You know, have meat fighting potatoes? Even though we're not. Oh, Keely! Oh, I'm so glad you subbed, but I'm even more glad that you're here. I've missed you. I'm so glad you're back. I've honestly missed you. I'm so glad. Did I? Oh, I packed away the prizes. You'll have to get a prize later. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. Make war not love. Make love not war. Oh my goodness, I hope he's okay. I was worried. I get worried about you a lot. I'm kind of ridiculous that way. I got an emote! You gave me an emote. You gave me a love cool. It's a pig! Oh my god, I'm tearing up. It's a pig. I'm so thrilled you gave me a pig. Ow, my eye hurts. Where did Azabi go? I just pulled Azabi out and she's gone. Alright, I got everything. So, I mean, I'm sure you all know we were down all morning, so I'm completely behind. I apologize for doing my writs on the stream with you, but if I don't do it, it's going to bug me all day. I want to get them done, and we can talk while we're doing it, because there's a ton of things that we can talk about. Mostly housing, but we can talk about a lot of things. In fact, I'm happy to answer any questions you have. The other day we had a nice beginner EHT lesson, and I think that worked really well. But I've been thinking about it, and I realized there's going to be a lot of repetition because people are going to have the same questions. But even if they do, that's fine, because I think I'll just retell people. Thanks for the follow, Spinal. Okay, now I gotta go to the bank and grab things and send things to you. Send to everybody. Aww, Keely. So happy. So I think 20 versus 20 at first sounded like a terrible idea, but now I think it's gonna be awesome. Because I'm a funny person. Alright. How we gonna do this? Let's get furnishings out. We need a special furnishing. Well, we need to get 2 of those, and then we'll get one of these. No, we'll give a coda, because those are prettier. All right. So, we'll send 1 to Spinal. if they are on NA. Thanks for the follow. And one to Keely with an additional fun toy. Yay! Sent. Did I spell your name wrong? Oh my goodness. Not sure how to spell your name, of all things. I'm gonna have to look for you. How do you spell your name in game? Like, I totally don't know. Keely, oh really? Okay, thank you. I don't know why I'm such a dumbass. I guess I always looked on lists before. I didn't really just go based off of knowing it. Wait, nope. Keely, oh really? Okay. That should work. Except for lag. Okay, that makes sense. It should though. Go! Why are you not going? Come on. I'm gonna add 1 gold to it to make it go faster. This takes forever. This is so ridiculous. It could be on my end because I had trouble with both my router and my modem this morning. We had to reboot both, so it's entirely possible that that's all it is. God, win! Yay! And now I have to do another one. Thanks for the follow, Hallow. After I stick it back right in the bank. Hello, guard. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Oh, unknown player. If you're on NA, let me know your username and I will give you toys and fun and presents. Otherwise, I will not. Switching. So behind today. So, the next one after the 2020 is for February 26th. TV shows. Sweeps. Make a scene or set or something iconic from a television show. No movies. Well, seeing as I haven't watched TV in 20 years, I don't think that that's going to happen for me. That will be the one I have to sit out. And then the one on 29th is make a spectacle. Make a place for people to gather and watch exciting things. Stadiums. Now, I've seen some pretty nice stadia, but, and that's going to be difficult to fight that, honestly. That's going to be a toughie. Well, I'll take your word for it because I never watched Game of Thrones. Wait, the 15th. Okay. I actually did not watch Game of Thrones. I didn't read Game of Thrones. I didn't watch it. I am just me. Alright, 2020, February 20th. So I've heard. I've heard that very much. From reading about it, it does indeed sound like that's what happened. I didn't. I haven't watched TV in 20 years. Oh, you're welcome. When I went to law school, I basically lost all interest in television. And in fact, Griff, you would understand this. I lost interest in fiction in general. I've had to really force myself to read or enjoy any sort of fiction whatsoever. So it's really hard for me. I mean, it's just something switched in me where I was like, real life affects my emotions so much that I really don't want to have something made up affect my emotions or bother me or in my head. There's so much real that's got to be in my head. At least that's the way I thought back then. That's a good point. I gotta look at what I have and see if anything could really fit the theme somehow. But yeah, I don't know. Something just happened to me. It's probably part of why my husband and I divorced, my ex-husband and I divorced, is because I completely lost interest in fiction whatsoever. I still like, I know. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that, because so what? I'm missing out on fiction, which I don't really enjoy anyway. So why would I, I don't know. Plus, and this is going to sound so old, because I am old, the little bits I've seen online of things, I'm going to be honest with you, it's really violent. Oh, anime used to be, I used to watch that a little bit. Nah. That's depressing as shit. I don't need any fake depressing shit. Because you know what? There's enough real depressing shit. Frankly, our country could be a Handmaid's Tale. And let me tell you, I hated that book, too. Was not a fan of that book. I did read that book. That was, in college, I took a course on Margaret Atwood in college. So I've read a ton of her books. But that one, perhaps, is my least liked. I want something cheerier, something happier. I don't need depressing things. But yeah, so, I mean, the things that I started watching, like I saw a clip of, and this is probably the extreme in the matter, but there was a clip from Ozarks? No. Ozarks, I saw clips, like, strung together of every death in Ozarks. The violence on television, even on HBO, has gone from something to something quite different in the time that I've been alive. It's tremendous, the difference. Like, how much more violent and realistically violent things seem to be. Ozarks? Let me get it for you. No, I don't like violence. And then every other show that I've seen clips of, like that, have all been pretty violent. Like, I saw the Game of Thrones, like, head-popping scene, and that was enough for me. I was just done. I was like, I saw that on the internet, though. I don't actually watch. I literally don't have a television. So, I mean, my husband has one in the basement, but I don't think I've ever even sat in front of it. And I think he only really watches for football. So, I saw that and I was just like, oh no, I don't think television is good for me anymore. I don't think it's meant for me anymore. It's meant for somebody else, not me. I don't know, but why would I bother? I would rather read about or see something real, you know what I mean? Like, I would rather read another Civil War history or something about today even. I'd rather read than watch a show. Isn't that weird? It is weird, I know. I'm like the only person I know that doesn't watch television anymore. I don't relate to fiction the way that I used to. Um, I feel resentful of it. Like, it's like people, I feel like sometimes people don't respect nonfiction. Not you guys. I'm talking about people who are like, you know, like the people who are real fans of, to the point of will only watch superhero shows, only watch superhero TV or movies, and just basically it's a religion to them. The people who are like, if you change one thing, go nuts. The fanboys and fangirls. I feel like there's no room for me in their world. Someone like me who likes history and likes reading about real things, you know? And yeah, I don't tell Pat, my husband's best friend, I don't tell him that I don't really enjoy fiction, seeing as he's a fantasy writer. I kind of avoid that conversation whenever I see him. You know what I mean? I did read his book though. I read his first and second book. No, of course, there's quality in other things. Uh, oh, Pat is subscribed, but I doubt he's watching me right now. He's got a lot more to do than deal with me. Pat Rothfuss, probably. Name of the Wind. It's my husband's best friend. He performed my wedding. So you may know them. But I did read his first and second book, I promise. And in fact, the third book is actually in my basement. Did I lose you on something? Did I just break you? Oh, do you really? Then you'll love this. Let me find a photo of it. I have a couple of photos of us. Yeah, he performed my wedding. I asked him to. No, I haven't. See, what happened is my husband and Pat were roommates for 10 years. So they're like best friends. So Pat has, and despite what everyone seems to say about him, he has in fact written all 3 books. He's not happy with where the third book is. Now, what I have probably in my basement, and I haven't read or looked for or anything, is a very early draft of the trilogy. So it does, I assure you, the third book does in fact exist because it's in my basement. It's not in the quality that he is comfortable with yet, so obviously it's not. What do they do with these pictures? It's not somewhere where he's comfortable with it. Yeah, I've read them. I've read them. Hold on. Hold on. Yum, yum, yum. I remember at our wedding, oh, here, just some, I don't know if it'll play sound or whatever, but this is just a, no, that's not showing it. What did I do with them? Andy? Did I not create a wedding one? I must not have made a wedding one. That's stupid of me. All right, July, 2018. This is us joking. I don't know if you can see it. No. That's us joking about that potted plant. He married us in my... I look terrible in that picture. I'm so fat in that picture. I've lost weight since then. But that's him taking... We got married in his mom, Andy's backyard. And so that's us joking about moving that potted plant. And it, like, we picked it up and tried to move it so that we could do the film. And then, like, the potted plant actually broke apart while we were doing that. Yeah, he was my officiant. I have a movie of the whole thing, too. There's this one photo I'm trying to find that I love. It's this picture of my husband with Pat. And it's just the two... There it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Let me close the other one. This picture. This is my husband on the right, and the left is Pat. They're best friends, so I wanted a picture of them together, and so they acted goofy, and yeah. He actually wrote about him in one of his books. There's a guide... It exists, but let me tell you, Pat, there's a reason why it's taken so long. That guy, I can't tell you what he's going through because it's so incredibly private. I mean, he's open and honest about the fact that his dad died of cancer and is helping his dad with some legal stuff near the end. But it was... I mean, that was really hard. He's open about that. There's no secret about that. But, I should give them away at some point. I'm planning on it. I'm planning on giving them away for donations to his charity, World Builders. He and I are in contact about that. He followed me a little while ago. His Twitch isn't really set up yet, but once it goes, he wants to work with me for promoting World Builders. Yeah. It's been a long time, but there is something else going on that I can't tell you that is super, 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 super bad. And he has every reason, and any reasonable person would absolutely understand should he can't come out and admit what it was, but he can't because it involves somebody else, and he can't break that trust. He can't tell people what it is. And I won't do it either because that other person doesn't deserve that. But just know that there's something really horrible going on that has delayed the book. There's a reason why his editors haven't fired him, you know? They understand the situation because it's been like forever since he did the last book. And his fans are very cruel. He does have time and effort to do other things, but the problem is that it's very hard to focus on writing when you're not in the right headspace. It's easier to tour or go on a stupid show than it is to sit down and write your life's work, right? That I understand fully. But he's a good man, and he's trying. He's really trying. He's just had a hell of a year or two. His sister is also our friend, and she's lovely. She is a vet, and she is just a lovely human being who helped me through some hard times with my kitty. Yes, and see, that's the thing. If Pat could come out and say, look, this is what is happening, and this is why I can't focus on my book right now, I think people would be able to say, oh my God, yeah. Clearly, obviously, but he can't because it involves somebody else. So it's like, I just really wish he would have, I mean, maybe if that other person comes out with it publicly on their own, it would be okay, but it's not okay with the way the things are. So he's taking so much shit from people, and I feel so sorry for him. It's kind of a running joke, though. Like, we won't ever ask him, how's the third book going? Because it's like, you don't want to ask that question. Oh, Lord. Not if you want to keep your friend. Actually, Andy does it jokingly because he's probably the one person who can get away with it with Pat. And then he doesn't really mean it, though. Would you believe that his best friend hasn't read the first 2 books? He swears to Pat he will not pick up his first book. He will not read the first 2 books until the 3rd one's done. Then again, he knows the story because they lived together when Pat was working it out. Yes. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, he's a good man. And he's genuinely a good man, and there's really good reasons for the delay, but I do hope that someday soon, he'll be able to really focus on things and get past the hard times in his life. I do know, and I can probably share this without any harm, I do know that he has gotten another house to real estate in Stevens Point, where he lives, is like dirt fucking cheap. And he has money. And, you know, if I wanted to buy a house with my loose change, I could probably buy it in Stevens Point. Because the problem with Stevens Point is it used to be a logging town. Oblivion UI, you can get it from Minion. But it used to be a logging paper town. Paper and logging are not a thing anymore. Yes. Yes, they get it. So yeah, he bought another house, and this house is like an office essentially. All he does in that house is he writes. It's a writing house. So, you know, at least there's been commitment to the whole thing. Damn it. This necklace just hates me. He's committed to the writing to the point where he bought a house so that he can, you know, have time where his kids aren't making noise and whatnot. He's got 2 young kids, so I mean they're gonna make noise. That's just what kids do, you know. So he's picked this place to do that. Wow, I'm so lagged. I'm sorry it's taking me so long, guys. I know I will eventually look at housing, but oh, the hell with it. It's coming off. Lame. Oh, gosh. Gosh. Man, that would take him several lifetimes, wouldn't it, though? At this rate. But, yeah, Andy won't read his books until he's done with all of them. But there is an entire article, and I should have it saved, an entire part of a book. Office. College guide. It's... There is... this book Pat wrote. See that? That book, my husband is has an entire 2 pages on him written where he was talking about the best roommate he ever had. It's about college. So Pat wrote about Andy being the best roommate he ever had. And that's in that book that Pat wrote. So, he's been around. I may even have the stuff. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. In case you haven't, it's got some funny bits in it. I find the part about my husband to be rather funny, but that's probably because he's my husband. But you know, he talks about how he'd come home and Pat would just be naked, and he'd be like, he'd avert his eyes and say, "Can you please go to your room or something?" And Pat would scuttle by. No, No, my husband doesn't play this game. Not at all. He's never even played any Elder Scrolls. He does other stuff. But this isn't his bag. So, you haven't met him. I mean, you may have seen him on stream, but you haven't met him in game. Yeah. So, just funny stuff like that. He has the nicest group of friends. They've been friends for ages. And, which is nice because I have no friends. What's wrong with him? A lot of things. A lot of things are wrong with him. But there's a lot of things wrong with all of us. And you know what the funny part is? Today is his birthday. Today is his birthday. He's, 47? Of all days that I'm talking about him, it is indeed his birthday. He's at work, though. So I can't send him any well wishes. But it means we don't have to have, Brussels sprouts again for dinner. Is today your birthday too? Seriously? Because everybody's born in February, I've noticed. Excuse me while I drop this stuff in the bank. Oh, well, happy birthday! That's wild that it's your birthday. Hold on to that 39 as long as you can. Speaking of. Oh, wow. I'm going to be 43 very soon. I mean, really what it comes down to is everybody had sex in August. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. 9 months if you count back. I mean, I guess August is the month for hooking up. I don't know why, but there you go. Yes. Thank you for tolerating all of this crap. This is just, with us being down, it's been just completely backing me up in everything that I try to do. But I'm sure you all are backed up too and doing your writs or getting your morning stuff done. When is Merkmeyer happening? Do we know? Actually, I should know. I'll pull it up. Mew, 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 mew. Ported from Chrome. Other bookmarks. Yeah, they don't usually tell you except they have this thing for drops that tells you when drops are going to happen, and it usually has the contest dates on it because that's when they provide drops. So forgive me for a moment and let me dig because I know it exists. It's streamers and Twitch drops. Yes, yes. O2. Why don't you remember how old I am, please? Why do I always have to tell you? Okay. So we've got drops today at 7 p.m. Eastern for the ESO Live Harrowstone Dungeon Tour. And this only goes out to the 18th. So there's nothing until the 18th from the looks of it. So we've got some time. But at least you know that today will be a drop for ESO Live if you're interested. At 7 p.m. Eastern. Look at me. I'm a font of information. A total font. Here you go. This is the site I just referenced. And you should bookmark it. Because that's, and I'm going to bookmark it in this. No, I want to bookmark you. Why are you stupid? How could... Oh my god. I don't know how to bookmark on this. That's wild. Oh, there we go. Little bookmark. There we go. Hey, Funky. Oh my gosh, Pat? Pat doesn't play this. No. I wish, but he doesn't. Pat is really honestly touring a lot. You know, he's doing a lot of stuff. He's touring, he's meeting with people about deals and stuff that can happen in the game, you know, in his world. And, you know, he was talking with Lionsgate, and he's buddying up with the guy from Hamilton. They're like best friends. Not best friends, but they're close. Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda. They're close friends. And they hang out a lot. And they're working on a prequel. So, you know, he's got all these deals going and so many things going around that he's not really playing a game. He does do Twitch, but mostly just for talking so he can raise money for his charity. But generally, no, he doesn't game anymore. He used to. He used to. Ugh. My husband just mostly stays console. Why, I don't know. No taste, maybe? I mean, he picked me. Nobody picks me for taste. Well, as long as you know, and you can personally know from direct contact with somebody who knows all of the facts, that he has a damn good reason, and it's gonna come. It's already been written. It just isn't in the shape that he wants it to be in. So even if he dies, it's written, okay? And it's in my basement. So the worst case scenario, he dies. One of his other friends can definitely help out. So finish it up or whatever. God willing, that won't happen. But like I said, worst case scenario, it will end. They will have an ending to it. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If nothing else, I won't allow it to die without an ending. Did you kill something between the dates they told you were supposed to kill things? Because you don't really get it from watching ESO Live. They said they were going to do it based on that, and then they changed the rules. And they said you had to kill something between the day after that ESO Live and the next couple of days. So if you didn't, then you're not going to get the bat. Sorry. I got the bat. So I think the last couple of days they all showed up. I don't think anyone doesn't have their bat yet. So if you should have gotten it and you didn't, if I were you, I would definitely contact them, open up a bug report, and say you never received your bat. It's cute too. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah, that's what's going on with the bat. They don't get their news out very well, do they? That's why I always try to update you guys on news. It's because they don't really do a good job of getting information out there. And so people don't really know what's going on or why. And I tried to help with that, but I didn't go over the bat thing, and I probably should have. So my apologies. I should have said something, but I didn't even think of it, honestly. I was just thinking of Stabbity Bat. That might be a vampire name. There you go. Stabbity Bat. Although I have a vampire. My vampire is my Dragon Blade. Whatever the hell those things are. Not a fan of it. Doesn't do it for me. I've got very particular tastes. I am mocked mercilessly for my tastes, but I have very particular taste. Oh gosh, finally catching up. Finally! Alright, so tell you what, let's look at a house, a rando, and then I will list my stuff for sale, so I'll break this up a little bit. And then I can show you my my work in progress for DDA, Magic as a Witch. I'm gonna have to change it up and start working on the 2020 challenge instead, but you're fecking daft. Why are you fecking daft? Pink Jiggly Bits. What a name. Okay, Pink Jiggly Bits. Ah! As I drop everything I have on my desk. Oh, so people are now in, or you're stuck? Some aren't. Last I checked, I don't have any diseases, but you never know. No effects. Yeah, for Valentine's Day, like 2 years ago, I got my husband a symbolic adoption of a bat, and he was so stupid cute. This bat was so cute. It started with this. If they still have it, this would be great. What's it called? Okay. So the Bronx Zoo every year, and in case you're still looking for something for Valentine's Day, as a fundraising thing, does a Valentine's Day thing where you send your beloved, you can name a roach, one of the roaches, a Madagascar hissing roach, after your loved one, if you want to. And they'll send you chocolates or candles with it, and it's really funny. So I got my husband this in the past. I just had it show up on Valentine's Day, and it's like, you got me a roach named after me for Valentine's Day, and I'm like, yup! And it was perfect, because not only was it funny, but both of us are very much interested in the environment, and so the money doesn't really go to the roaches, it goes to the zoo. So in case you're still looking for something for Valentine's Day, there you go. You got, name a roach. Funny, huh? Look at me, I'm like so useful. Oh my god, I know who I should send that to. Hopefully he's asleep. I'm gonna give you a roach. Named after you. Oh, Lord, that would be hilarious. So this is pink jiggly bits. It's the colossal, which I usually hate. But they put the farm over here, which is nice. And then... What are you breaking? My cats are making noise in the background, and it doesn't sound like they're doing good things. 487 items, which, frankly, you could drop into this house and no one would notice. Right, exactly. It is a great gift, actually. And once he got it and opened it up, he laughed his ass off. But it took a minute for him to be like, what, wait, is this mean? Like, are you being mean to me? But then he opened it up and realized it really was a loving gift. It was just a funny loving gift. And he was very happy that the money went to the zoo. So the next year I had to outdo myself, and I bought him an adopt a bat. So he got a bat. But the bat was really cute, so it really wasn't the same thing. I'm gonna get threatened, I know it. I knew it. I knew I was going to get yelled at by the person who was watching, who I was thinking about getting the roach for. Yeah, I mean, as long as the money goes to someplace good, and this went directly to that particular bat's rehabilitation because it had burned wings. So I wanted to... Because I went creepy animal the first time, I kind of wanted to go with a somewhat creepy animal the second time, and so I went with bats. But I'll tell you, I like bats a whole hell of a lot more than I like roaches. You know? Just saying. You can't really stop me, Griff. You can't. I can name it in your name, whether you like it or not. Evil me. Evil. So, that was our first. Let's go sell things. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? Hilarious. Yeah, but a star is nice. I'd rather name my friend after a roach. Or name a roach after my friend. Other way around, Karen. That would be more fun. Did I wake you up from a dead sleep because I'm torturing you with roaches? Poor you. Okay. Well, this thing's for sale, and then I will look at another house. I have been working on the Magic is a Witch house. At length. Man, I'm gonna blow so much money on this 2020 contest. Hopefully it doesn't have to be crafted, because it isn't gonna be crafted. I have to buy 20 of them. He doesn't say crafted. Yeah, you're totally getting a roach. To get back at you for all the cruelty that you have inflicted upon me. Starting in college, no less. I mean, just going to your class was torture enough. You guys, you crack me up when I get evil and you egg me on. Alright, just popping things up here real quick, and then we'll get going. Alright, so I'll show you what I've done thus far in Magic is a Witch. Hold on just a moment, I gotta use the restroom and I'll be right back. So, here we go. First of all, I have it pervasive darkness. Yes, it is. That is what it is, Arandia. Okay, so you can see with EHT I've made it darker. I also accidentally removed something I wanted there. But we are going to remove that for the moment. And then I had a sigil that I wanted. Whoop. I did not mean to put that there. Just a moment. That's it. In case you're curious about how EH2 works, this is an effect. I just selected the one I wanted. I changed it to the color I wanted. And now I'm putting it into place with arrows. And then I'm going to change the size because it's too big. Done. All right. So this house used to be a regular chapel-y type thing. But I'm changing it. This is also an effect. Okay, you go inside, and last night I just sort of went crazy in here. I decided that I wanted the guy to have been summoning. This is the Daedra summoning circle sigil. As you can see, Daedric rock, Daedric plants, Daedric aether is all coming through. It's chaos. There is aether weather coming down. And then this was the pièce de résistance. Was the, I've got a statue with its hand coming out behind the rock and the Daedric portal. So that's not effects. This is with my effects off. With my effects off, with my effects on, you can tell there's really not much added. But this is probably my Magic as a Witch entry. What I did is I added brightness changes. So I went under lighting and I changed brightness area, or brightness global rather, to dark. Very, very dark. I don't know if that's what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do pervasive darkness, which is like it comes in and out, which I love, but I think is a little too dark. I think I'm going to put the regular brightness global, and we want it to be dark. There you go. So now my interior of the home is dark all the time. So the things show up more, I think, more clearly. You know what to focus on. And it's pretty obvious it's a mage. Did something wrong. Shouldn't have. I want Tithys to be the mage, but I don't really know what to... I kind of wanted to do this to him, but he looks so calm and relaxed that it doesn't quite work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you can't really tell he's in a hand even. So I may not do that. I would rather have him like hiding back here or something. But you can't make him hide either. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. Maybe make him missing. He is really focused. So this is the issue. So I think I'm just leaving it like this for now. Now, some of you were asking how to share your effects without the hub. Well, you try then. So what you do is you go into the effects wand. You can select that. Go into the share section. I want to publish to the community. And I do not want to register it as an open house right now. So I hit cancel. Do you want to reload your UI to publish changes immediately? No. So when I come back in the game later, all of these changes I've made will go up on the community server. And people will be able, with the app, will be able to see, you know, the door and the darkness and whatnot. So that's what's going on with that. Okay. I'm sorry I ruined French so much. And French is not my language. Except one kissing. Just kidding. Alright, so let's do another open one real quick. Let's do Greek Gemini. He's been begging me to do his moonsugar, so let's do that. Greek Gemini 94 moonsugar. And then we'll head over to EU. Holy crap, I've already been going for an hour and 23 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. I guess that's what the problem is. It takes so long to actually do writs properly. I would have gotten all of that done before you guys got on. I'm sorry. What? All right, here we go. So this is Greek Gemini. Uh-oh, I think I see a dragon. Oh, wow. Check out all this stuff. This is neat. He's pretty much done what I've done, which is turning one of his properties into the mini builds. I think this is the winner, one of the winners from the spaceship contest that J-Heart did. That's pretty neat. If they ask me to, I intend to look at them, if nothing else, on stream. What generally happens is that you guys have we have a standard streamer. I forget what their name is. In Housing's Finest, the primary streamer is, I forget their name. They haven't been around for a while, I don't think. Shorail, maybe? I don't remember the name of the primary streamer. But if they're not available, then they usually go to Maggie May, because she was there before me. So she probably would do the official, unless she passes, in which case, then I do it. So essentially, it's got multiple steps of 2 people have to pass for me to want to know. Oh, I don't know yet. It's really up to Viewdang. But, I mean, eventually I will want to tour it, even if other people do. But I'll probably go in and check it out before I even stream it, because I want to be able to help people, you know, look at the contest entries and vote. What is this over here? Just tree storage? Mine is up in the air. And in fact, I sent my entry and everything to Viewdang, but she wants a screenshot. It's really kind of hard to do, though, because my stuff is not really all in one place. It's, like, kind of spread out. I'm not making enough commentary on this stuff. This is neat. But I think it's also storage. I'm curious about the treehouse, though. In fact, we can go to my house and take a screenshot. And then you just did the entryway. That would make sense. All right. What is that other than birds by a dock? I like the birds in flight. Neat. No effects. 550 items. Yeah. Oh, you did a treehouse too? Oh crap. So did I. That might be a problem. Nah, it's not a problem. I'm sure a lot of us had that idea because it's like you can't dig a hole in ESO. So where else do you hide? Caves? I guess a house. Just you could just do decorate a house. Oh, okay. I don't know. I have to take a screenshot. I took one yesterday, but it's not good. I suppose I could just take a picture of this. It doesn't really tell you much, but it's not very good. Mine is just thrown together because that's kind of what I thought it should be, is just thrown together. I suppose I could just do this. Have a picture of this. Although the lighting is screwed up. Let me fix the lighting. Okay. It's not a great picture. Let me see if I can find something better. I'm gonna end up dying. I just know it. I'm sorry. That's a good one. I'll sit still. Are you gonna ask a question? You said wait. I was waiting. I could do this, I suppose. But then I'm in it. I don't really want to be in it. But maybe I could be in it. Who knows? Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Good one. Good call on that, Keely. You really did help. Okay. Let me get out of a house, and then we'll head over to EU. And now I'll send View Dang that picture. What? Shit, hold on. Are you out of food? Are you out of food? You have plenty of food, you big liar. What's funny is that when Grant cries for me, he actually says something that sounds like, Mom! Which totally cracks me up. I like that he says, Mom! What? Hear him? Nah. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You have food. What's wrong? What is bothering you? Yeah, so that is my baby boy crying because Mama isn't there with him holding his little paw all the time. My gosh, he's so needy. He really does sound like he's saying Ma, though. But, yeah, so he's now a ridiculous amount of time past where he was supposed to have died. What? What? So we've been messing with his meds, like putting them up, putting them down, trying to get him to the right balance because, I don't know if you guys know about heart failure, but with heart failure, it's like they swell up. I know. Come in here if you want me. Yes. I know what this meow is. This is my tummy hurts meow. This is what this is. His tummy hurts. What? Okay, so with heart failure, as the heart gets weaker, it can't pump the fluids around the body as well, so they swell up. And eventually, if they get too swelled, they can't breathe anymore. And that's a horrible way to go. So we have him on diuretics to make all of that come out. But if you have the diuretics too high, they basically starve to death because the body can't derive nutrients out of the body. So we're trying to balance it. And right now we just got him down to the lowest amount that he could be on, and then he started swelling up. So we're bringing it back just a little bit so that we can have on the lowest amount where he's not swelling up, but that he can absorb some nutrients. So it's like every day we're just tweaking it just a tiny little bit. And I'm pretty sure his stomach hurts because yesterday we went up a pill. So he's probably got a tummy ache. And when he does, he comes in here and he just cries at me. And it's like, I can't do anything for you, buddy. I cannot help you. You're going to have to go sit in your litter box and make horrible things happen. But he's alive. And at one point, we called our vet. This was early on when we were doing some of the we wanted to do some of the adjustments. And she just said, you know, he shouldn't be alive right now. He still is, and that's all because of your sense of what's right and wrong for him. So trust your own judgment and change his drugs as you think is fit, because you know better at this point than we do, because he shouldn't even be alive. So don't even feel like you have to ask us for permission to change his meds, because, you know, at this point there's no harm you can do. He shouldn't be alive. So we do, in fact, adjust his meds to the best that I can do. And I think we finally have him on, for right now, the best possible dosage. And I think he's gonna, in the next couple of days, he's gonna settle down and everything's gonna be as good as it's gonna get. But that's my life right now. Dealing with my baby boy dying. It's hard to have a good outlook. You know, it's easy to be depressed when you have a pet that's dying. And it's really hard when you have, like, a pet that should have already been dead. So, like, every morning you wake up and you're like, is he laying there dead? Right? And then his brother died on March 1st of last year of heart failure. So I'm just like, are you competing with your brother? I mean, is this going to be a thing? Is this family going to die on March 1st? Is this what I'm expecting? So I don't know what to think. But it's depressing. Jesus. What is with people? Why do you all suck and not have real names? He's calmed down, so he may be pooping. He's pooping. Alright. No Lavathi probably here. But we can do one. Unless she's here. In which case I'll do a bigger one. But we can do a small one. But with her, it's funny because it's hard to tell what's going to be small. I guess the smallest she has would be Humblemud. Indrik remake. Oh, also yesterday, Lorian sent me a ton and a half of stories. Yes, I'm on EU right now. I'm going to Humblemud. Do you want me to not go to Humblemud? Should I go somewhere else? Because this was an open house of yours that I decided to try out. This is beautiful. Hold on a second. I gotta ask Jhar something. Okay. I'm asking him if we can, whether or not I'm asking Jhar whether or not we can use purchased items as in 2020. Okay. Humblemud. And this is Indrik something. Indrik redo you put. Okay. So. Hello, Shrankery. Shrankery. That's what I want to call you from now on. It's awful. So, Lavathi has my grand love of waterfalls. Just a real quick aside. So my professor, who I talk about often, is my buddy. He lives in North Carolina, sorry. And so he is a Southern man. My cat is named Grant, as in General Grant. His brother was named Sherman, as in General Sherman. So, because I'm a Civil War nut, and I perhaps favor the North, he no long my professor just keeps telling me that even though my cat is cute, he is a war criminal, and he keeps like just being mean to me about my cat who's dying because he's a war criminal. And it's like, it's not a war criminal. He's a hero and a former president, so shut up. Look at these details. I love Swinkery. Like, even these little hidey holes that I'm probably not supposed to be able to get into. I love it. And the mushrooms growing on the rotted logs, which is what they would do. And yet, it's still got this beautifully landscaped rock, limestone. And this house is just, I haven't decorated mine yet. Oh! Congrats! Yay! When did you do that? Wait. Oh, just the sad? Because it doesn't show you as signing up. It shows Hallowguard as a follow, but that was it. Did I miss something? You're a war criminal. Okay. Let's check out the griffin. Why does the griffin have a pumpkin? You know what you need to do, just for me. You just need to grab the, oh, congratulations. You need a cage, and you need to just put him in the cage and prison him. Kidding. I do love your usage of Nedic ritual orbs and all the surprises where they're in. I can't wait till Easter. We're gonna have a ball, quite literally, with all of these eggs. It's gonna be fun. That was the first thing I thought of when I, which is a baby. Baby what? Oh, it's a zombie! Okay. The first thing I thought of when we got those eggs was Easter. Like, this is gonna be an Easter basket staple. Everyone's gonna have this in the Easter baskets if they do Easter builds. Easter's actually my favorite holiday of all time. Oh, well, I found her. I succeed. What was it saying? Yeah, so Easter's my favorite holiday of all time. I'm Italian, half Italian, more Italian than anything else. Raised that way. And so Easter is our big holiday, not Christmas. Christmas is okay, but it's not as big a deal. All right, we have Philanthy, Reverie, Exercised. What do I have left? Do I have? Okay, Lurian's Witch's Hut. Let me read you the blurb. In-game house name, Exercise Coven Cottage. Description: House of my Meruvial Elenfe, protector of the green, guardian of the weird. As one of the fated descendant of the Daedra who walked on Tamriel, as well as the ancestors of Men and Mer, Meruviel has a great connection to Tamriel itself. She was the one of the first to use time travel, but due to using raw magic, she's unable to travel back. She managed to create a whispering mirror, a magic portal to connect herself with her timeline. She cannot interact, only watch, but it is more than she hoped for. She joined Weird Sisters and helps to protect and heal, so her little coven cottage in the swamp is an ideal place for that. And safe, too, because she's still using the old raw magic as one of the Elenfe, and it may affect surrounding whether she wants or does not want it to. In this house, you can find various instruments for magic, to heal, to create potions, or just to rest and meditate. And for those she could not help, she arranged a place of eternal peace in the backyard. So this does not sound like a mean witch. Such that, you know, any witches actually are. Oh. So this is Lothlorien. This is their witch's coven house. With story. With story. So, J-Heart's been here. And this is... It is, in fact, a dark look. Which... I like that there's a certain amount of difference between how people approach this stuff. Oh wow, look at it. They sunk that calendar into the ground. It looks really very witchy, doesn't it? And this is where she keeps her pet. And her pet deer, I guess, and her mount. Food. She does not look like a mean or bad witch yet. Yeah, that's Lorian. He sent me a whole bunch of stories for his homes because, I believe it's a he. Because originally I was going to some of them and I didn't realize they had stories and I was just completely missing what was going on. Ghosts. And here's the cemetery she created, which is far less creepy now that we know what it's for. So, it does in fact open up your mind to things. I wonder if that's the mirror. I wonder if this is the mirror that is supposed to be, that they're talking about, or if there's another mirror. Kitchen. Somebody string up a griffin. They deserve it right now. And this is where she tries to heal people. Storage. Kitty in a witch hat. Aww. Trying to get all the details down. Don't want to miss things. You know, like, everybody tries to put so much detail in their homes, and I really don't want to ruin it for them. Because I know how it feels when my info is missed. So this is just a bedroom up here. And an anus monster. Isn't that nice? So that must be the mirror out there, if I had to guess. This would be the mirror that she looks forward to see what's happening. Okay. Good job. Am I being too squeaky today? Where's Coffee? I'm out of him. Mostly. Coffee, the man of my dreams. Alright. We've got Lauren, who I always try to do one of hers because she is so great. Great person. Let's start with something we haven't done. Let's do a Grand Psijic. We haven't done a Grand Psijic. Shockingly enough. So, I'm trying to think for this 2020 contest. I don't know if I can do it or not. I gotta see. It depends on some things. I think that's the next house I have to work on, though. 20 items of one thing, 20 items of another, and that's the one that's due the 20th, 2020, get it? So I'm gonna have to start collecting what I need for that. But I messaged J-Heart asking him if it has to be crafted, because last time we had to use crafted shit. So I said, you know, do we have to use crafted, or can I buy like tarps or something and use those? Like, what's the rule here? Because I don't want to drop a ton of money and then not be able to use it. That's a good idea, Ixie. That's a brilliant idea. Look at the different portals. No. No, but this is neat. A neat little portal house. Reminds me of Dragon Age. In Dragon Age, there's this realm where people, the elves used to port from one place to another, and this reminds me of it. God, when is the next Dragon Age coming out? I need it in my life. Oh, the next Dragon Age games comes after fiscal 2022, April 2022. I've got to wait 2 more years. That sucks. That's horrible. That game was like, I mean, I'm going to be 45. Am I even going to want to play it? If I have to wait 2 more years? I mean, I guess I will. Knowing myself, I probably would want to play it, but look at that. That's neat. She's got the geyser shooting up. I think that's an effect. Yeah. Out of the coral. Clever. Lots to see in here. Lots of details. Trying not to miss anything. Everybody loves their griffins. Everybody has their griffins out. So on the PTS, I completely bought like all these outfits. I'm like playing dress up, which is hilarious because it's like, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I lost my brain. Beautiful. I lost my mind. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is so expensive. And that diamond. I'm still waiting for people putting a red light in it. The piano has been drinking. Walking Spanish, aka. Thank you. Grand Overlord. Yeah, right. Never. Grand Potato, maybe. If you can call me grand anything. Okay. Magica flows, magica goes, only a hero knows. Interesting. I like that there's little hidden tidbits here and there, you know? Walking Spanish, you're on EU or NA? I forget. I forget. Walking Piano has been drinking Spanish. That's my theory. Okay. Oh, okay. Sadly, I don't have much stuff on EU. If you were on NA, I'd be able to send you a present, but I'm poor on EU. Crafting room with certain relics behind glass. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I could give you more prezzies. Garish! It goes. So, I have a little time, and if I haven't looked at one of your houses, I am on EU, so feel free to speak up now or forever hold your pieces. Not really. And if it's a house I haven't seen, please let me know, and I'll happily go view it. Now's your chance! Hop to it. Pretty residential area. Today and yesterday are not good for most people in the US. Let's just put it that way. Today is gonna suck too. a majority of the people in the U.S. feel like today is going to suck. Unfortunately. That's fascinating. What is that flashing? I wonder what they layered to make that. That's a layering, but I don't know of what. Hunter's Glade? I would be happy to go check it out. The Spanish has been pianoing. And there's the treasure. Well, that much I got, Garish. I just didn't get which effect of that is. 157, the piano. Okay, and this is your hunter. I can't remember. It's not though. It's an item. It's not an item. It's an effect. Actually, I don't think I've seen any of your. Yeah, I haven't seen any of your homes on here. So we'll go to your hunter's glade. Ah, not huntings, hunters. Yeah, that's an effect. See? See how I'm turning it on and off? I just don't know which effect that is. Okay. What, effects? Rift effect? Maybe. I'd have to test. It would make sense. It means I don't know my effects well enough is what it means. 700 out of 700 items. Nothing in this section. So this must be all interior. I love this water. It's so neat. All right. So is everything going to be spread out? Is everything going to be right in the middle? Is there going to be a path? What do we've got going on? Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is like... Oh, you did say it's a village. Yes, it's like swimmable honey. It is neat. You did say it was a village. Thus, chicken. Okay, so we've got a bank with a thief. Not really a bank. More of a fence or a seller of items. Painter. Pottery and enchanting. And some other crafts. I like that they have cars because, you know, it's funny that a lot of places really don't have vehicles outside of them. So where would the people come and go with? You know? Like, this makes a lot more sense. People need to go to market. People need to go shopping elsewhere. Elsewhere, get it? All that kind of stuff. Oh, I don't want to go up there yet. Flower carts. Hay carts. Yeah, it's something I hadn't really thought about was the fact that, you know, people need to travel. This is so detailed and beautiful. Ah, let me in. I want to look at the cart. Yeah, well, with dragons, you gotta skedaddle quickly. Foods. Also, it seems that there's a Khajiit also a slight Argonian presence here. Even though there's some Redguard or Elf Bosmer food, it seems like with the boat, I almost think it's more like a mixture of Argonian. I'm gonna die here, excuse me. So tired all of a sudden. I could be wrong though. And this is a gazebo for making wine, as Somerset has. And now we go up the main residence. Oh, it's not a residence. It's a pub or an inn. Decorated for the holidays. I probably should recognize this. Okay, so I love the knocked over cup action item. I like that. Something is happening. There's change. Somebody's drying their laundry. I like that it can tell a story almost. Just by looking at the action items. I wonder if they're smoking and this is like a leftover butt. Or it's supposed to be a leftover butt. Like somebody was middle of smoking and then something happened, they left. What? You don't think they're details? I think they're details. I think they're lovely. Good details. Am I being the English teacher who reads stuff into symbolism that doesn't exist into books? Like, you know, Odysseus's shoes on page 43 mean this. Just, you know, maybe there's no meaning to it. But I like detail, regardless. So, I'm assuming this is it because this is a lot of items. Like this whole section here is beautiful. Very nicely done. Oh, toilet. I'm glad, I try. You know, a lot of people complain about me not catching things, so I do my best to... Laundry going on? I do my best. I don't always succeed, though. You know, like, sometimes I see Jay Hart, and he can spin up a whole story just by looking at one thing. It kind of amazes me. He's very, very, good at catching detail that I usually miss. And then in other cases, he's completely oblivious. So I'm really not sure what to think. So I'm assuming that is it. Did anyone else want me to check out their house before I leave? And go back to NA for construction purposes? Because this is lovely. Look at the way the water reflects. Sure. I will go, Garish. Oh, no, thank you for letting me. I'm getting low on things, so much appreciated. Velothi. What's your... It's just Garish, isn't it? Not Garish Lee. What is your name in game? I have been to Kale Near's Hall of the Lunar. That's that thief hideout, I believe. Yeah, I've been to that. If that is the one that I'm thinking of. No, thank you. And away we go. Okay. So, here we are. I love Vardenfell. Vardenfell makes me happy. 398 items out of 400. I'm sorry, you have to come here and put 2 more items down immediately. Then I've seen it. It's beautiful. Very, very talented. We've got mushroomy area. And the lighting is nice. Apples, mid-picking. Stables. Wood. Okay. I'm kidding, Garish. I'm totally messing with you. This reminds me of a hobbit home. This entrance. I should probably recognize what it is, but it reminds me of a hobbit home. Storage. I love these logs, by the way. Oh, was it? Oh, good. That's what it looks like. These logs, I use them in so much myself. I really do like. They're cheap and they're invisible on the bottom. Oh, okay. That explains it. I will come out. When I go outside, I'll look at it. Kitchen. Handmade fireplace over here. Look at the dishes in the wash bucket. Stuff in the cubbies, as I love. And using a lot of this space. The truth is that some people gambling. I have to redo this house for myself because mine is just crap. Anybody in there? Nope. Sadness. Should hide a griffin in there. Or a potato. One or the other. Maybe a cow. I love when people do this. Because this is really what you would do. You'd put plates up like that. I've been thinking about playing Skyrim again and then just streaming it. I don't even know why. Because I would play it God mode and no one would be interested. All this cabinetry. That's true, they aren't. But a potato is. Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. They're quintessential Hobbit. To use big words. It does. But, you know, here is the suggestion I would make. Should you ever decide that you want to add to it, the way to get your slots back, and if you're comfortable with EHT, some people aren't, you can use the hedge for EHT to simulate this. So it will look like, I mean, oh, you can, if you have a stairway up, there's like a little bloop. I just like hopping like that. Yeah, my house has it. Let me go back to my houses. I have to go back there anyway. And I'll show you. Moo. Oh. There's a lump. There's like there's a spot that you have to get up above. And once you do that, you're fine. It's just the angle you do it at matters. That's all. Hard to explain, but I'll show you. I'll show you, and then I might look at one more, and then I'll call it because I'm tired. I've been so tired lately. Still writing about Nebraska. Still horrified by all the stuff going on in Nebraska. They're still there. I saw some window boxes. Oh, some of the window boxes, I assume, were still up. I wonder what eau de roche smells like. Ugh, it takes forever. All right, let me show you. So this was my Valentine's Day house. I totally have to redo it. Trying to pull up information on contests and stuff was... sometimes Discord is just too hard for me. There's too much going on, and I get, like, focus face, so I apologize for the silence there. I'm trying to figure out... Discord is... It shouldn't be hard for me, but apparently it is, because I'm ridiculous. But I figured it out. It's just there's a lot of different channels, and I get confused sometimes. All right. Okay. So you see this angle? That's what I'm talking about. Once you get over that angle, you can go straight up. You probably can't hop that angle. It's a little higher than you can hop the invisible fence. So you do need stairs or something, and then you can just go right over it. I think that's the trick. Yeah, I get lost and confused sometimes, Maligned. I really do. So let me show you the hedges I'm talking about, if you should so wish. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you can use these hedges, the wall hedges, and really from a certain amount of distance, you can't tell at all that it's fake, especially if you lower the darkness, make it darker. Well, you can also make it transparent, which is silly. But this is... Yes. That's one of them. And then the other hedge is... No, you're entirely right. Some of them do look 2D. It's all in how you lay it, though. And this is a single hedge, which really is kind of the same as far as I'm concerned. I guess it's just how big you can make it if you wanted to. So, delete. So it shouldn't look too bad, but it may be hard to do because the roof isn't flat. The roof is curved. But I mean, 200 slots is a lot of slots to give up. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. That is just too many slots, I think, to give up. Izabi, Izabi, the hearts and souls of Zabi. Okay. I don't know why Zabi's just chilling here with some lights, but she is. Well, then don't give up on it. Secondly, here's another option. I know you're not going to go for this. Where is it? I don't know that I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, it's not a hobbit. Tree? There's an entryway you can do that's an entry to a... Oh, there we go. It's the fairy door. Let's get rid of these alien stupid things that don't belong here. Okay. So you probably won't go for it, but this is a fairy door that Snow Fairy Wings actually had put in. And granted, yeah. So this is an effect. And if you make it darker, it really, you sort of can't tell that it's fake. Let's see what I can do with it. Is that really going to make you nuts? Two doorknobs going to make you nuts? Because, like... Let's see. Yes, you can attack. You can totally go through it. This is just effects. Effects are the easiest to start with. They are super simple to start with. All you do is press a button. They're there, and then you can make them smaller, bigger. You can rotate them. You can put them in different places. You can change the height. You can also make it look a little bit more realistic by changing the lighting so that it's a little darker. And then you go right in. Now, what I was thinking for the roof was actually I'll do it from the roof. That should help. Do I have? I have something. I should have it. Excuse me, I just have the worst. My throat is just getting to me. Alright, so I should have something that will allow me to use that. There we go. This is magic carpet, by the way, in case you don't know what magic carpet is. It lets you travel around your house so that you can build things. Now, let's try the hedge. Let's try the wall hedge. Okay. You have to set a different key in controls to go down. And I just hit mine by accident. But yeah, you have to set a key in controls for the game. Now, here's the problem with this house. Because of the roof that the way the roof is. Oh, guys, there's a key for it. Just set the key. What you could do now, you'd have to work in smaller pieces and make more of them. But let's make the length longer. Let's say you are, whoop. Now, let's move that back and make it look forward. So that's one. And then what you would do if you wanted to have more... See, it's all about where you want to see it from. If you want to see it from the bottom, then it would have to look right from the bottom. And that means the edges have to look that way. It means that, you know, you don't have to worry about... Actually, let's rotate it around like this. I don't know. The other option you can do is with an item. There's certain trees. Okay, so let's do a couple of things. First of all, let's go into set controls and we'll find magic carpet. Because hell, I don't even remember what my toggle is for magic carpet. I must have gone right past it. Here it is. Ascend, descend. So ascend for me is 9. Descend for me is num 4. So if I hit 4 on my numpad, now I will go down instead of up. And theoretically. Ascend 9, descend 4. And so if I hop, I shouldn't go up. I should go down. Whoops, I turned it off. I'll talk to Hardy. I'll see if it's something is screwed up with it or not. Let me show you the housing item I think you could use to save some slots. Is a tree. There's a certain Murkmire tree that if you bury it in the ground, it looks just like it looks just like a hedge, but it takes up less slots. I mean, it's up to you, but I would think that you would want to decorate the interior with more detail. Yeah, I know you used a hedge. What I'm saying is there's a tree that you can sink in that might look right. I don't know. I just need to grab my trees. Hold on. Which tree is it? Great, I don't even have it. Oh, this is it. The mossy Murkmire cluster. See how that looks almost like a hedge? If you put it in the ground, I can tell you. Probably snow fairy wings, honestly. If you put it in the ground, obviously I didn't put it low enough, but it resembles somewhat, I can't even do it here. It resembles somewhat a hedge because the material is the same. I'm not really able to show you from in here, but take a look at the top of it. You see how it looks just like a hedge? So a lot of people use this instead, and it gives them more of space. So you can give it a shot if you want. I believe that house was snow fairy wings. Hold on. I have it. I have a screenshot of it. Because of course I do. That would have been floral shroom. Unless I deleted it. I may have deleted it because it was old. But I don't know why I would have done that. There it is. Whose house is this? This is Forsaken Stronghold Tayate. We'll go to it real quick. She's fine with it. Oh my god, that was insane, wasn't it? I don't remember who it was. It was nuts. Was it Vulcidel? I can't remember. Okay, so this is the Hobbit house you're talking about. That was you? That thing, oh my god, I lost my shit over that. That was incredible. I still don't 100% understand how you did it, so I need to like go look at it at some point. Alright, so this is Tayate's Hobbit house. There are effects in this house, not many. There are effects in here. And this is... I must not have the effects anymore. Yeah, I don't have the effects anymore. This must not be published anymore. But it used to have it so that these lit up. These windows kind of lit up. And this door was that fairy door. Is there really a screenshot in front of things? I'm going to just die. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Let me check my stream. Okay, so this is the house. Looks different than the house that I saw, but only a little. So they've mostly got just the garden going on. What did they use for the top? They did use hedges, but it also looks like they used ivy. And that may be one of the trees I showed you. I can't tell for sure. But what you can see, and what I can tell from just looking, is they only did the front part. So it's possible that you might be able to get away with just doing one layer rather than multiple layers of hedge. I don't know. But this is Forsaken, and it's just this tiny little corner of Forsaken, but she used up every single slot. Because of course she did. This is nuts. So there you go, Hobbit house. Alright, I'm going to call it Unbroken. I hope that helped a little bit. And I am going to fall asleep now. So I will see you all later. Have a good one.